What you might also enjoy in your first alert forecast is some cooler temperatures for your Sunday. We're looking at highs in the 70s as we wrap up the weekend. Today, though, it's going to be warm, breezy, and a little bit of cloud cover out there with highs in the upper 80s. And then it's a first alert weather day for your Saturday. We have been talking about that cold front all week. Models have not been handling whether or not we're going to see storms with it very well, but we are going for about 40% coverage of storms on Saturday, and a few of those could be strong to marginally severe with quarter-size hail and wind gusts to 60 miles an hour. The latest severe threat from the Storm Prediction Center has been shifted further west, so now all of the Metroplex under that level 1 marginal risk. And then the further east you go, that's where we have that slight risk, a level 2. And where we're really looking at a focus a lot of this severe weather, that's going to be over into Arkansas, northern Louisiana during Saturday evening and into the overnight hours after it has already moved through DFW. So we will take a look at first alert futurecast here. We're starting at Saturday morning at 7 a.m. We're likely going to wake up to clouds with some breezy southerly winds out ahead of this front. And I think this model is overdoing some of the coverage that we're going to see, but it gives you an idea that you do need to be weather aware, and that's why we issued that first alert weather day. So here's 11 o'clock. Could get some scattered showers and storms in the Metroplex, maybe even a line developing in our eastern counties at that time as well. And then here comes another line just out ahead of that front. So some gusty winds, some heavy rain possible, but that severe threat is going to be greatest with that initial line of storms moving into East Texas around 2 to 3 o'clock. By 6 p.m., things have really quieted down across the area, that rain moving out, and then that front finally passing through DFW, and that's going to bring in that cooler and drier air for us. I have dropped temperatures just a little bit on Saturday to account for that increase in cloud cover and greater coverage of some precipitation, but behind the front, we're going for about 76 degrees on Sunday, which is right where we should be for this time of year. So it will be quite the treat to finally have temperatures where they should be after all month long. We've had those temperatures above average. This morning, as you're heading out the door, things are very quiet across the region. First alert satellite and radar, not seeing too much going on across the DFW, maybe just a couple of sprinkles up towards the Paris area where we do have a little bit more cloud cover. This is still from that disturbance that moved through yesterday. You may have noticed we had a lot more clouds in the afternoon. That's that same disturbance. We're just on the tail end of it as it heads off to the north. But temperatures overnight stayed up quite a bit from yesterday. We're in the upper 60s, low 70s across DFW. If you are headed out to the State Fair of Texas today, looking at a pretty nice day. We're 82 degrees by noon, and then we'll have that high around 88 degrees. You're also going to start to notice some of that moisture, that humidity level going up a bit more out ahead of this front for this afternoon and for Saturday. And if you are headed out to the TCU Baylor game at Amon G. Carter Stadium tomorrow, unfortunately, we are looking at that potential for those scattered showers and thunderstorms right during game time. But your first alert 7-day forecast shows a quick warm up on Monday back to 90 degrees. Then we're tracking more 80s for next week.